As y'all can tell, I got some new gear or whatever. I'm not gonna lie. With the iPhone, I was doing, you know, I was doing bits, but girl, you can see me shining. Damn. Okay, let's get on to the actual subject of the video. Right, so today is the first episode of my unpopular opinions. The question of today that we will be discussing, my people, is cheating ever okay? I know it's none of my business, but I've got a lot to say regarding that subject. I've got a lot to say. So, what exactly is cheating? Hold on, let me grab my laptop. Laptop in hand. Oh my god, look at my reflection. Jesus. Let's find out. What does Google say? Cheating is an act of dishonesty or unfairly in order to gain an advantage. Excuse my BTEC reading. No, okay, real talk. Is cheating ever okay? In my opinion, no. I don't care what the circumstances are. You know, it doesn't matter. I've heard every excuse, every kind of excuse for cheating. Here's a few examples. You know, the magic is just gone. You know, I don't feel the connection between us anymore. So, you know, he's not being really good in the bedroom. So, you know, I had to go look for it elsewhere. It was an accident. Okay, obviously, like, I'm taking the piss of the last one. No, but real talk, like, all of the above that I've just mentioned are legitimate excuses that I personally have heard from people myself. Like, I'm not being funny. Each has a solution. Do you want to know what it is? Come. Let me tell you what it is. Talk to your partner. Literally, like... Girl or boy, it's really not that deep. Like, if you're going through problems with each other, or like you come to a point where, like, I can understand, especially with like some long-term relationships, eventually, you know, some people, the magic is just gone, you know. And I feel like once you feel like that magic is gone and there is no way to, you know, bring back that starstruck feeling, it's time to let it go. It's time to let it go. It is not about hurting anyone's feelings. At the end of the day, you'll be hurting yourself more than you'll be hurting the other person. If you have such consideration for this other creature that, you know, you once upon a time said you loved this person, you know, this was the person on your Facebook profile or wherever you advertise your manses or females on. There is literally like no excuse or anything to go around the fact of cheating. Like, there is no excuse. Even the whole thing about, like, you know, when it comes down to bedroom, like, I've heard this one is like the main excuse that I've heard for cheating. And if you feel like your partner ain't doing good in the room, girl, either you let that man go, or you chat with your man, you chat with your girl, and you tell them, you're doing this wrong, you're doing that wrong, let's talk about it. Like, it's really simple. Like, people, I feel like humans, us as human beings, we just overcomplicate our own lives. We just overcomplicate it. Like, things that we can just, like, talk about, things that we can have a conversation, sit down in a room and, you know, move our mouths, as I am doing right now. It's really not complicated, but people love games, people love puzzles, people love over complicating their lives. Why, you might ask? Honestly, if I had the answer, then I don't have the answer. I don't know. I don't know why people like overcomplicating the things. Honestly, I don't know. Going back to my point, it's something you can talk about. It's, you know, you can improve those things. Like, at the end of the day, a relationship is like learning a new skill. Because obviously, especially for those people who are like, I ain't judging, I'm not judging, But you know, for those individuals who are going from relationship to relationship, you are meeting a new individual, you are starting something with a different person, and each person is different. Like, you need to learn, you know, there's certain things and mannerisms about the person that you didn't know about whilst you guys were just talking, you know what I mean? And that brings me, like, you know, it's... Before I get all like mad and continue babbling on, that's my point. Talk and communicate. Communication, my people, does wonders. It does wonders. You feel a certain way about something, girl, shout it out. Tell him what's good. Tell him what's good. Now don't be sitting there all in silent. And this, I'm not saying that this is just for girls, this is for guys too. If you feel a certain way about someone or a certain way, be straight up. Be straight up, because like, there is people like, you know, I'm gonna give myself as an example. You know, there was a time where I didn't really think of like the two faces of people. You know, I just took everyone, this is what they're showing me, this is who they are. Long story short, before I get too personal about it, like it was a whole thing of like miscommunication where the person whom I liked at the time, I don't know if it was, I can't even, you know what, I'm not even gonna excuse this person, like it's not even a misinterpretation, like it's a whole mind game thing, like it's mind games. I don't like people that do mind games. I can't stand mind games. Like, you can't sit there and like, it's, girl, hold on, let me grab my cup of tea because this is about to be heated. Yet another good example of where something could have been talked about, you know, something could have been said, this is what's good, but it was a case of, that did happen, you have the conversation, you talk to the person, but you keep going, either because it's a case of you don't want to hurt their feelings, or it's a case of, I don't know, you don't know what you want. But if you don't know what you want, then don't go after it, simple. Don't tell someone I want pizza, and in your head, you want a burger. It just doesn't work like that. It just doesn't work like that, because at the end of the day, if you're going to tell someone this is what's happening and this is what's going on between us, that's what that person will think. There's like no excuses. There's literally no excuses. And obviously, like, I was in that shoe where I was the person who didn't know whether this person was coming or going. And, you know, it's something that can be so emotionally like destroying for a person. Like it's something that I don't know, like, I'm not saying boo-hoo poor me, like feel sorry for me, because girl, I was stupid. I was stupid. But like at the end of the day, like, long story short, we all learn from, you know, we all learn from our mistakes. I made a big one, but I made a mistake. But anywho, long story short, Mama Mila is done preaching. I am done preaching. I've said what I had to say, and that's just it. That's it for today. And obviously, this is like a new, this is a whole new like section that I'm gonna be adding onto my YouTube channel. Every Thursday, it will be a conversation. Well, not a conversation. It will be a video about my unpopular opinions on anything. Thumbs up if you like the video. You know, obviously like, subscribe. Thank you very much for coming to my channel, and toodles.